So it's come to my attention that this hater of BTS thinks he can throw hands against BTS. You know what we do to people who diss BTS?
On the internet, there's a single unwritten rule. Don't fuck with K-pop fans. K-pop is a word that's like Voldemort in Harry Potter's Sorcerer's Stone. You just don't say it. You're not allowed to say it. Even if it's something positive, it's fucking forbidden, and you will get absolutely virtually bitch slapped.
We begin our story in Korea. Not that Korea. The other one. In terms of nations, South Korea is seen as one of those Cinderella stories as how a nation transformed overnight. They went from a poverty comparable to India in the 50s, to the 12th largest economy on the planet. You probably rely on some South Korean product today. But behind all this shining success, lies deep dark secrets behind this facade. South Korea has the #1 suicide rate, and the lowest birth rate, compared to other developed nations. Senior economists in South Korea warn that the country could implode in 2 generations' time. If you look deep enough behind people's happy faces, you'll notice something is wrong.
Have you had your joy, Ollie?
People in town are getting a tad bit skinny. I think they're starving to death. And they're painting the streets in fucking rainbows. Have you not noticed?
Oh, Ollie.
Why are you all wearing those ridiculous new masks?
You should get one. They shape your face into a smile, and when you smile, you can't help being happy.
We have to tell people. They need to know the truth.
No!
People are depressed, and you can't really show it here. Looking at your surroundings, you soon realize, every subway station in the neighborhood has the same outlet stores, the same chains, the same family restaurants. Life here is black and white. There's big socioeconomic problems here. But we're not here to talk about the South Korea socioeconomics. We're interested in one aspect in particular of these socioeconomics. The year was 2013 in South Korea. K-pop had already swept the land in what was capitalism's newest hit of bringing back slavery under disguise. Kids as young as 13 were given away in what were slavery-like contracts. All for the chance of maybe being selected by their label overloads so that they can make them more money. All they get in return is a shot at fame, and just maybe some of that revenue that they would be bringing to the label if successful. What you would give up in return is everything. The label would get complete control of your life. What and how much you eat. What you wear. Your look. What you will do every hour of the day every day. And before you even had a chance at such life, you had to win some sort of Squid Game battle royal to even have the chance of being rejected. K-pop is all about perfectionism. In that all the label cares about is making you the perfect money-generating product. Regardless of the many hours of abuse that they'll put you through for several years. The dozen plastic surgeries. And working you till you collapse. It didn't matter, their bank account wasn't gonna increase itself by itself. In the company's training program, trainees go by schedules starting as early as 4 a.m. and ending as late as midnight. Extremely unhealthy dieting is highly encouraged, with companies wanting their 13 to 16 years old female trainees to weigh the same weight of a maximum of 104 pounds, regardless of height. Constant mental and physical abuse is the norm for these teenagers, which has pushed some to commit suicide. It's very normal for trainees to pass out due to exhaustion, and to starve themselves. They also have no say in any creative aspect of their music or performances. Every little detail and idea comes from the corporate overlords. To the label, these kids are seen as possessions, not people.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money!
พี่กาเทตอนนะมึงเทตอนนะนะโมตัมโพแรงเงินมั่งชู
Kim Namjoon, also known as RM, seen here in rare footage before he had undergone his 69 plastic surgeries. No, seriously. This dude used to be this. No joke. Anyway, this dude was an underground rapper gaining steam in South Korea. He was the start of it all as the South Korean company Big Hit Entertainment had scouted him and wanted to build a boy group around him. Bangtan Boys, also known as BTS, started forming in 2010 by Big Hit Entertainment. These new recruits who became trainees were around the ages of 14 to 15 at the time. They didn't debut until 2013. At first, none of their songs were able to create any sort of hype or clout. The company was almost going under and was running out of funds. At the time it was unusual for K-pop boy groups to be heavily under makeup, and it was sort of a taboo topic to speak about mental health problems and the struggles of being K-pop idols. But BTS wanted to stand out and brand themselves as being different. At this point, things were looking really bad for the group. Management was about to disband the group and release them. Things were going very sour between them. In what was a last-ditch attempt, they release an album with the most generic song names that you can imagine, and one of them called, I Need You, was a hit and launches the album sales. And yes, you heard that right, K-pop almost never happened. If it weren't for you idiot humans. Success was achieved, although there was accusations that these album sales at the time were artificially pumped. Something that wouldn't be unusual in South Korea. Then months go by and everyone just forgets about it. They had already started to gain clout and fame from this point. Fast forward and they would dominate the South Korea pop scene. Then they went on to expand into surrounding countries with the one exception. Best Korea. Now at this point, K-pop as a whole was gaining steam around the world, and along with it the phenomenon of K-pop stans started to emerge.
Now it's 7 o'clock. A fatal shooting overnight in Koreatown.
Y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband.
Stop. Before we can talk about the K-pop stans, we need to go back a little.
Oh, hey, I'm just about to go to bed. I know we couldn't Skype tonight, but that's alright. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hola, senor. We are gringos who wish to spend mucho dinero in your country.
Splendid. Welcome to Canada.
Go!
Canada, America's smarter cousin, right across the Pacific Ocean from South Korea. In the frozen nightmare of Winnipeg, here lived a family of African immigrants that had a kid called Muudia Sadiq, known today as Twomad. Sometime in middle school, Twomad started uploading game highlights from various games he played. As time passed, he started gaining steam and internet clout, until he became a full-time YouTuber and streamer. As of 2019, Twomad uploaded fewer stream highlights and more commentary and skit videos. As of 2020 and going forward, he had reached his peak Twomad form. For those of you who don't know Twomad, I know what you are thinking. What does peak Twomad look like and who is this guy? Well,
to many of us, until a few months ago, the word Zoom meant an ice lolly.
Please take that off there.
But as more people logged on, its security and privacy flaws were exposed. In a trend that became known as Zoom bombing, some people began disrupting online school classes as a prank to share on YouTube, like Twomad.
Yes, it was. Don't do that with your head. No, you did.
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I?
I don't think there is a realistic way where they could do anything about it. It's just, free open season for me.
Who is this right here? Who is this guy right here?
That's me.
Who is that?
That's the answer.
Who are you?
My name is Joe Mama.
Dance. You want to see my dance? Alright, it goes like this.
Hold on.
Thank you for spotlighting my video. Guys, here's my dance, alright? It's called the floss. Alright guys, if you want to do this dance, alright, you gotta do this for your yoga. Do this every morning and you'll fucking live 50 years.
My name is Joe Mama.
Hey Google, play Despacito.
I am President of the United States.
Let me be clear. Nigga, you are quite deaf.
They're all laughing. How do they know?
Sorry, there's a massive cock in the stream. I'm not sure who's...
Hello, Shauna?
It's me, Shauna! Shauna! How are you?
Yeah.
Look at her mom in the fucking middle, man.
You don't look to be Shauna.
What are you trying to say? Just say it. If you have something to say, then just say it.
That you're not Shauna?
That I'm black? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that is not what I'm saying.
That's what you're trying to say, yes.
Brett, did you have a question?
Yeah, let me get one hot dog with everything on it. Extra relish.
9 minutes now. You do not have to watch the video.
Mr. Green.
Video earlier this week.
Can you please kick this kid out?
Read it and do the activity. It should probably take you about 5 to 10 minutes.
My name is
And then at the end, you're going to watch our...
No! You're looking fine today, teacher!
What?
question?
Yeah. 2x4 by the 3, the ESPN by the Xbox 360 by the 1 to 3, and the logical by the 5, the isocohedron, the isosceles, and the diameter by the 3 by 4.
Sorry, teacher, my bad. That was my schizophrenia acting up. I forgot my question. Continue, please.
Okay.
You get the idea. Zoom is where Peak Twomad shined. But he wasn't just a Zoom troll. Once quarantine was over, Twomad took to the streets.
Nói với tiền cốt với tiền ô sa tiền lên một cái gạt tôi để tôi về một ô sa.
Please.
I'm sorry?
Treadmill. Let's go. Do you sell an animal too? Yeah. Are they for eating?
No.
They use a stun phase, release the contract. Release the fucking contract. If only you could see, they use a stun, he disconnected.
By this point Twomad was a certified troll, and it seemed he had no bounds. And this is where the problem started. But first.
Tonight, Ollie London, an influencer and pop superstar, born a boy and British, but who via multiple plastic surgery procedures has transitioned into becoming a Korean female. Quite a journey. Plus, Ollie has got a new single out. It's called Hooked on Look. Let's have a listen.
It's like an addiction.
What the fuck?
True, very devoted fans out here. In fact, we just had rain come through, but that is not dampening the spirits of over 300 fans of the Korean pop group BTS who are here hoping to get as close as possible to the 7 young boys.
To say
no to everybody.
Stand up, man.
Everybody is
You're
doing
gonna
this.
get arrested if you do not
I'm
stop.
already gonna get arrested.
You're gonna get arrested if you don't stand up and get off the
I'm
aircraft.
probably already gonna get.
They're gonna deplane. As soon as they deplane, you're going to jail, okay? If you do not get up.
K-pop! K-pop is basically Korea and Korea is K-pop, so like why would I not love Korea?
Fans of the Korean pop group BTS are lining up at Citi Field.
FYI, Kim Tae-young from BTS is my husband, so and when he sees me he's gonna go fall for me because I'm the Korean beauty standards, and obviously why would he not love me?
While psychologists and biologists are still debating on whether or not they are human. The growth of K-pop worldwide has brought with it the rise of the K-pop stan phenomenon. What is a K-pop stan, you ask?